Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. I need the mouse for a second, Joey. Can I have it? Have it? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yep.
Okay. You find out. Got to see the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Does 3 days make a trend? Fits. Right now, I'm looking, we're going to take a look at the market timing graph in a second. I'm feeling a little bit more bullish than I did a couple of days ago after DeepSeek came out and everybody wanted to act a fool and all that stuff. Hopefully you watched the video, what was it, night before last, that talked about, I talked about DeepSeek and I talked about OpenAI. Or the Chat GPT. I'm not feeling really warm and fuzzy about the technology. They did not innovate on the technology. All right, just think about that. They really didn't innovate on the technology. They pretty much just spammed Chat GPT to get another model. That's pretty much what they did. All right, so it looks like people that are here can hear me loud and clear. The Fed yesterday kept rates the same. I think that the Fed, and I got a story about that, I think the Fed's going to keep rates steady for a minute, at least till the summertime. I don't think there's any reason why the Fed needs to raise interest rates. I think the market feels that. The job market is still strong. Job numbers came in today. Less people requested unemployment. So before we start doing anything from the economy standpoint now with interest rates, whether raising or lowering, it's going to be the job market. As long as the job market stays strong, the Fed has no reason to cut interest rates anymore right now. Think about it. The Fed says it 11,000 times in his statements. The Fed's mandate is to stabilize price and make sure we have full employment. So I think right now prices are stabilizing. Right now inflation is still slowing, but starting to rise a little bit. Not enough for them to be concerned just quite yet. A lot of tariff information or scare coming through. I on the other hand, I think that the tariffs are a great tool to help make people, to sometimes smack people in the head. That doesn't mean we're bullying. I don't want to bully as a country. I don't want to bully anybody. That's not the case. But we want to be treated fairly. We don't want to be taken advantage of, the whole 9 yards. That's what I think. G-Money, we'll take a look at stocks. I'm not ready to take a look at them yet, all right? But we will, depending on how many likes we got. You know how we roll this year. This year I'm going to stick to the mandate. My mandate. I'm the man, and this is the date. Mandate is for every 10 likes we get a stock, and I'm going to stick to that this year. Bank of Canada and ECP both lowered rates again. Yeah, I saw that, Seeking Yahweh. The ECP did. Bank of Canada. I'm not, and I'm of the mindset we're all different economies, and we will do the things that fit what our economy needs are. So, can we do a golf mandate? I'd love to. How many of you play golf? How many of you are willing to travel to North Carolina to play golf with me and Joey? Type a 1 in the room. That would be great if we could get a golf outing in North Carolina. How many people would be, who would be willing to come to North Carolina to play golf with me and Joey? That would be kind of interesting, Joey, you think? If we can get enough people who would want to come to North Carolina, and we look at that. I wouldn't mind doing Top Golf either. But I think, and of course, we're going to play in warmer weather, of course. All right, so I'm just interested. That might be Joey. That might be something to look into. You think? Are you ignoring me? He doesn't want to talk today. That's fine. Glenn, is this a record for the number of live streams in 24 hours? Man, we have had a lot of live streams in 24 hours. I think it is. It might be. It really might be. So we'll see. VV Brooklyn in the house. What's up, Mark? All right. So we talked a little bit about what the Fed said. I think it was enough between the Fed. The Fed didn't really move the market. I think it was earnings reports on the tech stocks. We did a live earnings call on Meta and Tesla yesterday, I think that did more to move the market than the Fed. The Fed really was a lot of blah, 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 blah. Really, really was. We listened to the Fed yesterday, and I think the earnings did more to move the markets than the Fed did. What's your opinion on stock sale? Not ready to talk about stocks yet. First thing I want to do, look at the color guard. Look at the color guard, green light in the color guard, pricing column. Someone said is 3 days enough for a trend. This is what I think I'm looking more for a trend. I'm looking at the MTI, or the underlying trend of the market. Cast on a scale between 0 and 2 is above 1. So the underlying trend of the market is up. The primary wave is up after being down for the last 4 or 5 days. So those two things put together gives me more of a bullish feel in the market. We're going to talk about some bullish stocks to take advantage of. We're going to look at some news. And looking at all of the indices today, they're all up. Everything is up. The biggest mover is the composite. Look at that. The composite is up over 1%. That's the movement of over 9,000 stocks in the database. Is the do up? I don't know. Let's go take a look at that real quick. Let me move us over into the program. Here's the market timing graph. Look at that. Big open day today, but look at that. We're stopping at a level of 72.94. What I'm really looking for is if we can break above that. I like the upward trend. We went and broke the upward trend, but we stayed sideways. Now today, nice open bar, very little wick at the top, so it means we're trading at session highs today. Let's go put on the DEW real quick. The DEW is up, and it hasn't gone back down. The DEW went up on 121, and we're still in it. We're still in an up call. All right, Sabula, so that's another thing that gives me more bullish on there as well. The do is up on the mobile app. There we go. The do is up on the desktop as well. The do is up. Even though we moved sideways, the do never went back down, the DEW. For those of you who are new, that is one of our market timing calls. It is we call it the middle of the road or grid for swing trading. All right, so we're still up, but I love the move up today in the market timing graph. All right, let's get into some news. Let's go see what's moving. And we're going to start off with the news from yesterday, deciphering the Fed decision. Wall Street expects no cuts at least until June. There you go. All right, still waiting for the confirmed up VIX. You're right. That is the slowest, most conservative timing call. We're still not up on that, but everything else right now is up. And the slowness of that call is by design. The slowness of that call is by design. But no cuts until at least June. The Fed announced that it would be holding the line on its key borrowing rate, and doing so offered no guidance. Again, blah, blah, blah. No guidance about where things are heading from here. So I think it was just a lot of lip service yesterday. If you agree with that, type of 1. If you agree with yesterday was really about lip service, not a whole lot of guidance, not a whole lot of, what's really getting ready to happen. With our policy stance significantly less restrictive than it has been, and the economy remaining strong, we do not need to be in a hurry to adjust our policy stance. And again, Ryan and I listened. It really wasn't a lot of anything. He didn't show his cards. He kept them close to his chest, or his vest, or however you want to call it. It wasn't much going on. Now, DeepSeek AI claims have shaken the world, but not everyone's convinced. DeepSeek claims its R1 outperforms OpenAI. And I heard that OpenAI, ChatGPT was getting ready to go with ChatGPT Gov. All right. The assertions have sparked concerns over the eye-watering sums tech gains are spending on AI. Something in that video that I made, DeepSeek versus ChatGPT, I stated that with us doing the things that we're doing, we're crawling before we can walk. I think China tried to go into a sprint before they even crawled. And I've got my thinking on the hack. If you want to know what my thinking is on the hack, go watch the video. DeepSeek Hui. Italy has banned DeepSeek. That was in my video as well. I was in my live stream, one of the stocks that I had in the live stream for yesterday. So you're right. And my thing, I'm not going to tell you why I think the hack was planned. You got to go watch the video. All right, you got to watch the video. All right. How about forget DeepSeek? Zuckerberg says Meta will spend hundreds of billions on AI, saying forget what China said they spent on OpenAI, on their AI assistant. Nobody believes China spent that little money. Nobody believes China spent $6 million. Now, granted, they may have used lesser quality equipment and chips to get to where they got to. And are they showing that you can get to where they got to in a cheaper way? They did. But how sustainable is the technology? Think about it. On the upper top layer, it looks great. But does it really work? All right. So Zuckerberg says they're going to still put a lot of money into it, and they're putting that money in it to train the AI. What China tried to do is say that you don't need to train it, or after you've trained it, let's get to the reasoning part of the AI, and that's what they tried to do with that product. Big tech indicators indicates AI spending is on track despite DeepSeek emergence that knocked NVIDIA. I think that the response to DeepSeek was really overrated. I think people just panicked. I think that the algos put things back into perspective after they got hit so hard. What I am thinking too, Ryan and I both, that this big pullback because of DeepSeek is offering up some really good buying opportunities on tech stocks. All right, I see, opening up some really good buying opportunities. I did 2 shorts recently looking at AVGO, looking at ASML. Ryan did a short today about AVGO. I think that between the both of us, we're trying to tell you, keep your eyes on AVGO. I like keeping your eyes on ASML because those are the lithography machines. That's where the chips are made. Without ASML, none of this works. Think about that. Without ASML, none of this works. All right, so putting that out there. Another story, OpenAI partners with the U.S. National Laboratories on scientific research and nuclear weapon security. I'm telling you, between Microsoft and Palantir in that space, and I still think NVDA ain't going nowhere. I think AMD is still going to be the comeback stock of the year. We'll see how that plays out. But these collaborations with the government, these collaborations with security are going to play a big role for AI, all right, along with power. All right, right now I am still saying that I thought that uranium was going to have a big move last year. I think there's more emphasis on clean energy this year, even more so because of the AI infrastructure that's being introduced. They need the power. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need the power. All right, LRCX is the best, is what Kramer said. Joey, I need my Stream Deck. I know your son works with ASML, but LRCX is the best semi equipment. What does LRCX do? All right, and I don't think you can put them both. What does LRCX do? And if they don't do, ASML is the prefab, right? Let's go see if they're the fab. I don't know what LRCX does. I haven't really looked into it. Supplier of wafer fabrication, just like ASML. Okay, and related services to the semiconductor. Its products are used primarily in front-end wafering processing, which involves the steps that create the active components of semiconductor devices, transistors, capacitors, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's go do that. So you think that Kramer knows more. Let's go take a look at both. And I'm doing this on the fly, ASML, LRCX. Let's go take a look at them both. ASML, a little bit more volatile in its move. LRCX, still a little bit more volatile in its move. Let's go look at the indicators. Add parameter. Let's go look at RV, add parameter. Let's go look at RS. Add parameter. Let's go look at CI. All right. Relative value, relative safety on LRCX. The company is fundamentally sound. All right. The stock's got the volatility associated with it, so CI is below 1. Let's go look at ASML. Fundamentally sound. And the CI, based on its volatility, shows that it's below 1. Earnings per share on ASML at 25.22. Earnings per share on LRCX is $3.55. One is $81 and one is $740. It's a big difference. Let's do one other thing. Let's go look at a performance graph. Let's go see who's better. ASML is in the white. Let's go put this on a 1-year graph. Over the last year, that's not what I want. ASML and I want LRCX. LRCX. Let's go see what Kramer knows. LRCX over the last year is better. All right, from a performance perspective. All right, definitely from a performance perspective. Let's go put this on a 6-month graph. Better on a 6-month graph. And ASML on a 3-month graph is better. And on a 1-month graph, LRCX is better. So out of the 4 time periods I looked at, LRCX performance is better. All right. So let it be known that that's what I saw. All right. That's what I saw. You know me. Kramer can say what the flying flip Kramer wants to say. ASML, LRCX. If you look at them on the graph, they're pretty even. You know, that's on a 1-month, that's on a 3-month graph. A lot of volatility in ASML. And if I look at LRCX, a lot of volatility there, even though LRCX is nicely breaking through a level of resistance today. All right, so there we go. And you said they did a split. I'm showing I don't see the split. Last month, I'm not seeing a split. I don't see, you said LRCX, I don't see the split. It would show up here unless it was longer than that. There it is. It wasn't a month ago. It looks like it was back in October, 10-for-1 split. It was back in October. All right, so there we go. I just put that out there. And, you know, if you're going to bring it up in the chat, I'm not afraid to go look. I'm not afraid to go look. That's LRCX on a 1-year graph, big fall, all right, from the high. And then let's go do the same thing with AS. Where's my mouse? There it is. And another big fall on ASML as well. All right, so there we go. All right, let's go back to the news. Again, I didn't mind doing that on the fly. I'm never afraid to look at a stock or look at anything on the fly, baby. Check earnings and sales growth. Fits, I'll do that again once I come back to it. Where are we? We are Apple. Apple reports first quarter earnings after the bell today. The December quarter is Apple's largest of the year, partially due to the holiday shopping season and also because it is the first full quarter of the new iPhone sales. You know what's concerning me is that I don't know how the iPhone sales are going to come in. Now, the services side of Apple has been carrying it for years. Right? It's been carrying it for years. I did a video where Apple was starting to bring in some profits based on the price of the phone compared to what it's making. So we'll see. While analysts are not worried about the company's performance in December quarter, many of them are concerned about how Apple will signal the March quarter is taken out. Now, there's another thing that is coming to the realization on Apple. They're not innovative anymore. You know, when Steve Jobs was there, it was all about innovation. Right now, Apple is taking what the dark side is doing it and just making it better. That's the way I look at Apple right now. They're not making anything new. They're just taking what who's the dark side? We all know who the dark side is. But they're taking everything from the dark side and making it better. Now, the thing about it is, in regards to that, how many of you think that Apple is going to come out with, no. And I don't use the name Android. It's the dark side. All right, it's the dark side. All right, Carol is like, don't call him the dark side. Joey's on team dark side. No, he's not. He's on team Apple. No, no, don't even try. He's on Team Apple. I got so mad I started to dribble. Holy smokes. I've never dribbled live stream. Joey's on Team Apple. He's talking about he's on Team Dark Side. Mind you, I will take a look at it. Huh? Oh, it might have been Mimi? Okay. Mimi's on Team Dark Side. And it could be Ryan too, but both of them are on Team Dark Side. I just, I'll be honest. I just don't think that the innovation is there anymore, and I think it's gone. When Steve Jobs died, the innovation behind Apple went away. The beautiful thing is that they've got an ecosystem. I did at one time try to get out of the Apple ecosystem, and I went to an Android phone. It was death. It was death because I'm used to the ecosystem. I pick up somebody's phone that's got the dark side on it. I don't even know how to use it. I don't even know how to use it. Akshaya says Apple innovation is app services. No, that's not. I don't think that's innovation is what Android is doing. I like the idea of the bendable phone. I don't know if Apple did it, I'd get it. Other than that, I'm not. I will say that the dark side's camera is much better than Apple's. It is what it is. Yeah, but my screen is bigger. Nah, I got a big old screen. Joey's got this. No, we both have the. Did you get the 16, Joey?
I think I have the 15.
I got the 15 Pro Max. I love the size of my phone. There's a picture of me and my wife. There we go. I love the size of my phone. And Mimi and Jessica here have the bendable phones. I don't need it. You know why? I'll tell you why. This is why. This is my mini. I got my mini. And I got a mini with a keyboard. Look at that. I got a mini with a keyboard. My mini is perfect. All right. And I want to have it all in one spot with my phone. I don't need it. My phone does what it does. I use this for a lot of other things, and it's my mini. I love my mini. Thank you, Ann. I love my mini. So I don't need them both in the same spot. But I am concerned when it comes out to the Apple earnings report, the sales. I think that the sales might fall short. I think that is that pink? No, it's not pink. It's lavender. Yeah, that's what it is. It is not pink. It's lavender. It's lavender. Okay, as long as there's no pink. Bill says Apple misses. I think they beat earnings, they miss revenue. That's what I'm thinking about Apple, that they beat earnings, but they miss revenue. All right. Another tech stock, IBM rallies 12%, heads for best day since 2000. Strong earnings. The move put the stock on pace for its best day since 2000. Arvind Krishna said that the company posted $5 billion in bookings for its generative AI segment. AI ain't going nowhere, and I don't think DeepSeek is going to bite into the AI space, which is still why I think NVIDIA is a strong play, because they are the king in that space. All right, wine. Yes, Sherilyn, that's what it is. It's wine. It's like rosé. It's not pink. Dang it. Y'all talking about it being lavender is so much manlier than pink. You're right, it is, Janice. That's why I said it. It ain't pink. All right, so IBM might be a good play. I do like it. Earnings. IBM stock. Now, this is what I like. Just like, I don't know if I like it or dislike it, but the DeepSeek was really predicated on open source. How about IBM leads S&P 500 gainers on results? Open AI source AI strategy. Real men wear pink. I need my Stream Deck, Joey. I got so many things that I want to say with my Stream Deck that I can't. All right, so I'm not wearing, I don't know if no, they don't. Thank you, Blair. Thank you. But this open source AI may prove to be a factor that AIs are going to be looking more to. IBM is proprietary. But can they be open source and proprietary? Yes, they can. Carol says her husband wears pink. All I'm saying is I'm not wearing pink. Another stock, Qualcomm Incorporated, reports 19% Q3 revenue growth, unveils AI on-prem. I don't know what the hell that means. On-prem solutions for businesses. What does that mean? Although the tech sector sell-off has caught many investors by surprise, a new investor note by Goldman Sachs, as seen by news agency Reuters, contends that the hedge funds were already anticipating this slump. How are they anticipating this slump? Well, the only way they could be anticipating this slump is because these stocks are so overvalued. So they may be thinking in the back of the minds that the stocks had to have a pullback. And DeepSeek might have just given these stocks an opportunity or an excuse to pull back. You guys following? You guys tracking that? Yes or no? So interesting that DeepSeek came out when it did. It was probably a good excuse for a lot of these stocks to pull back. Did they pull back to correction territory? A couple of them did. But this is why I think that these are good buying opportunities on these stocks. Insider information? Well, I got no insider information. All right, Bill says he follows. Nobody else follows me? All right, that's fine. I'm just thinking that this might have been a good thing for these stocks that you were paying a premium for to get beat up a little bit. All right, to get beat up a little bit. And we'll go from there. This is a temporary relief rally. February is traditionally a horrible month in the market. Taboola, we're going to see. Time will tell. One more. How about this? No, I don't need that. What is this? Lamb Research. Oh, we were looking at that. Okay. So that's all my stories. Let's get back into the software. Let's go bring that up. Go back. We were looking at these two stocks. Let's go back to the market timing graph. I love the open candle for today. Trading at session high. So the market is definitely feeling it today. I can't put volume on this because it's the market timing graph, but if I put on a VVC, I could look at volume. But beautiful open day today. Let's go to the viewers tab. Let's just talk about what's going on. Big news stocks. So the stocks that made the stories, I put up here: NVIDIA, QCOM, IBM, Apple, Microsoft. You know, I want to look at these. Let's graph them all. NVIDIA, I think, is just... It's gotten beaten up. What do you do? I'm going to tell you, I gave NVIDIA a lot of room to go down. It finally hit my stop. I'm out of NVIDIA. Okay, I am out of NVIDIA. But look at the wick at today's bottom. You know, a lot of buying pressure coming in. Let me move this over a little bit. There's a lot of pressure, buying pressure on today's wick. I think that has been beaten down enough that it should start moving. I need it to get out of its own way, though. I need it to get out of its own way. From the NPI graph, we've lost trend. We ain't got trigger. What I do like is the low trough that's being formed on relative timing, that when it does cross, the stock should have some good upside. All right? Right now is just a tough time to be in NVIDIA. QCOM, the story behind QCOM, I love that it's got trend, it's got trigger. If you are in QCOM right now, look at that. I'm going to give you a level of about 170.04. If it falls below that, it's going to have more downside. What I am looking for is this swing high right here. I'm looking, if I'm not in it yet, I'm looking to get in at that 175.25 mark. Little channel going on right now. Little hanging man formation at the top. No follow through. For 3 days, no follow through. This gives me more of a bullish feel as we talk right now on QCOM. All right, Glenn, what other options we have to own NVIDIA? Some NVDL, NVDL, NVDU, NVDY, which is the YieldMax, which is tomorrow's video, by the way. I'm going to answer a lot of your questions from the YieldMax video. That YieldMax video did over 11,000 views, but it prompted up a lot of questions. So tomorrow's video is going to be entitled YieldMax ETFs, Too Good to Be True. A lot of people typed in wow when I asked you to on the video. A lot of you were impressed. Now I've done a little digging. Are they too good to be true? Make sure you watch tomorrow's video. All right, so Luke, I've given you about 3 different NVIDIA plays outside of the stock itself. Now, please, Glenn, what should we do now? Right now, Amir, I'm telling you, I feel more bullish, but no matter what, you guys got to have stops. And Amir, I'm talking specifically to you. No matter how good of a stock you see, you got to have stops on it. If you don't, you're setting yourself up for failure. I'd rather set you up for success. Even though I'm looking at these stocks, I'm giving you buy points, I'm giving you sell points. You got to listen to that stuff. All that's going to do is help you. IBM beat earnings, big jump. If you are in it right now, I'm going to look at today's low as a way to get out, because that would show me that people will be profit taking at that point. 247.01. Look at the wick at the top, which means people have, I mean, look at what was the price yesterday. It closed at 228.63, and right now it went up to a high of 261. That's a lot of money on this stock. Not a full profit taking, but I'm starting to see it. I'm definitely starting to see it. All right. I got in Tesla in time. Again, I'm going to talk about those YieldMaxes tomorrow. Is today good to get dividend on YieldMax? Eugene, the dividends get paid out on a certain date, and you got to be in by the dividend X date in order to get the dividend. So, you know, when I look at something like TSLY, actually, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to, where is it? Research. I got the website saved. And there it is. YieldMax ETFs.com. YieldMaxETFs.com. And let's go find TSLY, right? TSLY. When was the last dividend? What was the last date? 124. So I'm not looking for dividend. I'm not looking for dividend until February, somewhere in the 20s. But then you got to know the dividend X date. You got to be in before the X date. And then the declared dividend is there as well. All right. So in the last dividend that was paid out was 71 cents. But look at, and think about it. Tesla's going down, right? As the stock goes down, even though the yield maxes are not directly linked up to the stock, it's its own tool, it's its own product. But as the stock's price goes down, what's happening to the distribution? It's getting lower as well. We were at $1.22 per share in income, $1.28, and then as Tesla goes down, the distribution gets lower. I'm going to talk about that in tomorrow's video. I'm going to talk about that in tomorrow's video. In your video, please explain how AIYY made your list, because it was looking at, I wanted to be diversified in that portfolio. AIYY looks at the AI space as a whole. That's why it made my list. AIYY, let's go look at its distribution. 37 cents. Look at these, a lot lower. But I was looking at it from a diversification perspective. Does that make sense, Ravi? Now, the distribution is a lot less. So maybe when you go to look at the distributions from this website, you only take the ones that are given good high distributions like NVDY. NVIDIA, scroll down, look at their distributions. NVIDIA is getting hit right now, right? 89 cents. That was the beginning of the year, 89 cents. But look at this prior when NVIDIA was killing it. Look at the distributions. This is huge when looking at which yield maxes to use. Think about that. Look at the distributions. When Tesla gets hit, though, so the distributions, 62 cents, 59 cents, 41 cents, 67 cents, 92 cents. But when Tesla's doing good, the distributions are much higher. That's part of what you have to take a look at when looking at the yield maxes. All right. Man, you guys got me jumping all over the place, but I don't mind it because, again, I'm going to do a full video on this tomorrow. What else is in this list? Apple coming into earnings, broke through a level of resistance. I like it. I broke through a level of resistance. What I don't like is the fall in volume. There's not a lot of conviction to it. All right. And Michael, I'm going to be keeping up on the new yield maxes that get put in so I can get them added to my watch list. Before anybody asks, we will not create a watch list of the yield maxes in the software because it's not super VectorVest related. All right, it's not super VectorVest related. So I will maintain a watch list in my 7, but most likely we will not create one on the YouTube channel, in the VectorVest software. NVIDIA will be back next week. And G-Money, I'm with you 110%. What other stocks were in the list from today? Microsoft, even after doing well in earnings, they got hit. But I still got trend. I just lost trigger. I still got trend. What am I looking for? I'm probably looking at this level of support. It's still above it. 412.68. It's still above it. All right, so it's up to you. Those are the stocks that made the news. I wanted to take a look at them on the graph so that you can see what's going on. Safe undervalued stocks that are rising. I'm going to give you some fish. It seems like the only market timing signal we have that's not in an up situation is the confirmed calls. But these are all stocks. All of these are going up. There it is. LRN, CLS, AEM, Checkpoint, Goldfields. All right, these are my safe undervalued. Look at these fundamentally sound stocks. These are good stocks all the way around by the VectorVest matrix. Keep these stocks on your list. Keep your stocks on it. And we called this in the Jockey Club this morning. All right. AEM. Sounds like you're clearing your throat. So, but all of these are going up, but they're fundamentally sound stocks. All right. So write these down, Amir. You want to know what to do. These are good stocks to take a look at, especially from the VectorVest metrics. Swing trading with the MPI. These are MPI crossings in the last 1 day. All right. Stocks you may or may not know. Let's go graph these all. These are on the MPI. There it is. The RT crossed. Look at that. The stock's already going up. We don't have trend yet. This could be a good early entry on a stock where RT has crossed. Same thing here on EXK, gold silver play. I like the low trough on RT. Look at the cross. Look at that. Look at the stock's price. I like these. We're getting in early on some of these. Be careful with this one. A lot of give back here. This wasn't earnings play. Nope. But a lot of give back here. That causes concern. I like this one. Wynn Resorts, the RT cross. Nice low trough over the last 3 months. I like that. When I get a cross on RT over a low period, I like that. Nice open. I want somebody, who's my number 2? Janice? Sorry, I forgot. I had a brain fart right there. I want you to keep your eyes, put these in a watch list on the RTs crossing on these. These are all MPI crosses. Glenn, you please graph CLS. It is gap. I just had it. I just had the graph for CLS up here, didn't I? Which one was it on? Was it on the undervalued graph? I just had a graph. Are you not watching? I just had a graph. Did I not look at this? Maybe I didn't. I like the stock from a long-term perspective. Leave it alone. It did break through a level of support, very quickly came back up. I love the volume behind it as well. If I'm a shorter-term person, though, I got out on this big gap down. We had a shooting star, follow through, gap. Now we're gapping back up to a buy recommendation. Listen, I like it long-term. Nick says, Glenn, hello from Charleston. How do you feel about Path? I'm not looking at your stocks yet. I wish you guys listen. Do you guys ever listen to me? Does anybody listen to me? Does anybody listen to me? Joey, do you ever listen to me? CLS looks like a broken stock, just my humble. I think it's got a lot more upside. Where's RV and RS? Both of them above 1. This is a fundamentally sound stock. This is a fundamentally sound stock. And I like this stock. That was a hit. That was a blip. It's fine. If I'm getting back into it short term, let's wait for the RT to cross. But long term, you're happy, folks. Joey, what is the JP? I'm not listening to you. All right, so CLS we did graph. That's all I looked at. Let's go look at some of the portfolios we got going on. I know Joey was going to put that up there. It's blocking my chat. You need to take it off. Hell, I don't know how to do that anymore. Can I block element? What does that mean? Oh, crap. No. It did something bad. No. Sorry. It brought up some code on my machine. I can't do nothing about it. He did something, so I can't take it away. I'm so mad at him. I'm so mad at him. CLS is a powerhouse. I like CLS. Let's go look at some of the portfolios we got going on. The top stocks for 2025 up 3%. You know how tough it is to come up with stocks that you think are going to hold on to the end of the year. We're up 3%. The stocks that didn't make my list that are on the radar, 5.56%. CEG, of which I own. Look at that defend, man. Going. SoFi, going. CrowdStrike, going. So you end up getting 21 stocks for the year. The 11 that made my top, and then another 10 that just didn't make my radar. I didn't make the list, but are on my radar. So there we go. Sound is getting its butt kicked, down 30%. Even with that, we're still up 5.5%. I didn't cuss. All right. My weekly stocks that I do on Monday, taking a little bit of a hit. Nice run up today. All right. I'll add another one on Monday when I do the video. But I like, do you guys watch the top weekly picks? Type a 1 in the room. If you watch and pay attention to the top weekly picks, type a 1 in the room. Every Monday, the 6 p.m. video is about my top weekly picks for the U.S. and for Canada. All right, for the U.S. and Canada. So it may be down, but look at every stock that's in there right now is moving up. All right, it's moving up. I watch all your videos, says John. There you go. Got CLS on 1010 up 78%. Way to go, David. All right, so Monday, I will add another. There's stops in here. What are my stops? My stops are a trailing 10%. When that hits, the stock gets stopped out. I'll replace it on Monday with a new stock. You want to know what new stock? You got to watch the Monday video. Undervalued stocks less than 10, pretty flat. And I'll probably do a video on that next Tuesday. My next batch of undervalued stocks less than $10, up 2.64% today. That's because CXBMF is up, a mining stock, up 3.9% today. Every stock is up 1% or more. Look at this. I do like this stock a lot. It's got an ROI of 3.22. But I'm going to probably next Tuesday, the 6 p.m. video will be another tranche of undervalued stocks less than $10. And with everything that's going on in the market with whatever the flying flip they are, this portfolio is pretty flat. Cheap stocks that are undervalued. Cheap stocks that are undervalued. That's what it's all about. All right, in my YieldMax portfolio, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Pretty flat as well. I'm going to show you the difference between owning the YieldMax without putting in dividends and putting in the dividends, the difference between the two. All right, the difference between the two. Let's go back to the viewers. How many likes do we have, Joey? Where am I? You guys get 10 stocks today. All right, you guys get 10 stocks today. Unless that changes before I go look at your stocks. Commodities, what commodities are moving? Let's go see. What commodities are moving? Sort this by percent price change. Gold is on the rise. Look at that, up 4% today. Somebody wanted me to add palladium. It's in there, up 2%. Uranium, precious metals are on the rise today. Copper, gold, uranium, precious metals are on the. I didn't ask for. Oh yeah, fine. I got to go put in the picks before I lose them. Oh Lord, have mercy. BURL, GCT, VST. I didn't ask for them yet. All right, y'all just like to hear me yell. That's what I think it happens. HIMS, ACMR, HIG, GTLS, ETHE, ALK. Sound. You want me to look at sound? Sound's chart looks like poop. EV. How many stocks is that? Let's go see how many stocks I got up there. 10. What did it change to? I got to give you 12. All right, what was the last one? Go back up. ALK. GTLX. That's 11. I don't think that was the right one. VRT makes 11. And BWXT is 12. Let me check one more time. I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. 122. I'll give you 12. I'll give you one more. What was the last one? ALK. VRT. BX. Nike is the next one. All right. You got 13 stocks today. 13 stocks. Eat for Joey. He likes the song that has to do with eating pets. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cats. Eat the cats. All right. Oops, sorry, I see mine on there. I put on on deck doing well. All right, there's your 13 stocks. I got 125 likes. I gave you 13 stocks. All right, let's go peep through them real quick. Which stocks have the best upside? HIMS. Can't believe Janice made me add that to the GLP-1s, but I did. 7% today. Look at this. All of these stocks are up today. All of these stocks are today. The ones with the best upside. Stops there. All of these should outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. That's good. Which ones are going up the fastest? HIMS, Alaska Air, ACMR. It stops here. All of these stocks are in uptrends. All right, all of these stocks. Which stocks go up more than they go down? All the way up until here. These stocks go up more than they go down. All right, now let's go graph them all. And I'm going to put them on a VectorVest graph. Here we go. I want to put value on here. Add parameter, capital appreciation, value. Overvalued, VST, but nice move up today. RT went back above 1. Stock is back in an uptrend. Energy clean, I like it. And it's starting to fade the gap. Very little wick at the top. I like that play. I like that play, and I cannot lie. These other stocks, Hampton, HIMS. Woo-wee. HIMS is moving. Let's go look at this high. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I want this. Let's go look at this high. Look at that. It's right there. If I'm looking for more upside potential on this stock, I'm looking at getting it at 35.02. But would I be mad at you if you got into it now? The answer to that is no. Look at that. HIMS is a good mover. Very little, no wick at the top. Trading right at session highs. RT looks good. You're paying a premium to own it, though. You are paying a premium to own it. Would I be mad if you got in today? I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high. But this is where you're going to get headwinds here at 35.02. All right, so just keep that in mind. Next one. Oof. VRT. I like this for what it does with the cooling of computers. Hammer formation right here after it fell and gap. Hammer formation nicely going up. I need it to get above this level of 125.17 though. Little bit of pullback today with the filled candle, which means the price is lower than the high, lower than the open. I'm really looking at, if I'm not in it right now, to get in above there. If I'm still in it right now, I'm going to give you a sell point right about here of 102.62. That would probably be a good point that the stock would still be in downtrend. Right now, RT is not above 1. Right? RT is not above 1, but it is moving off this level of support. I'd like to see it break through this level of resistance, though. Next one, beautiful. Alaskan Airlines. ICAGY is moving. Alaska Airlines is moving. I like the play. It's slightly undervalued, too. Slightly undervalued. I like this play. I cannot lie. Let's go. Woof. I like this. Freehand line. Freehand line. Yeah, I like this play. I like this play. VRT, weekly chart divergence, VRT. Weekly chart. I'm not looking at weekly chart. I'm going to look at 3 month. I'm going to stay right where I'm at. All right, but Alaska Airlines, I like it. I like it. If I'm going to get into it now, 12 cents higher than the high. I've got a graph. Earnings, star search, no. I saved a graph. I just don't remember where I said. MPIYT. I need to make a standard graph, VectorVest layout with value, with RV, with RS, with CI. I'm going to call this, I want value on here. Good. I'm going to call this save modify Add new. VV graph YT. So it's the VectorVest graph with my changes to it, looking at value. Oh, I need to add one more thing. I also want to look at volume. Let's go find VV graph RT and save the changes. All right, so we're looking at a VectorVest graph like many of you would see. I made a couple of changes to it. That's all. I made a couple of changes to it. All right, next stock on the list, Burlington. I got a big level of resistance right here. Look at that. It's touched it a few times. It's having a hard time breaking through that level of 299.15. I like the move with the stock, but I got a probably ascending triangle. I do. Freehand. I do. But I needed to break through this level before I really take this seriously. It's gotten to that level and just can't break through. It's gotten to that level. Burlington close to a new high. RT still holding up. Looks good. I'm with you. It does. It does look good. Bottom left, top right. But before I go and buy it, I needed to break through that level of resistance. All right, next one. Way undervalued. HIG. Wow, way undervalued. What do I see? Coming off the low. Where's the swing high? Ascending triangle. RT above 1. I need to break above this level of 115.48. Love that it's undervalued. Volume is pretty okay. RT is above 1. I needed to break out of this level before I think about buying it. BWXT. I got a level of support right here. Good level of support sitting at 110.31. If it falls below that, since it's way overvalued, RT is below 1. If it falls below that level, I'd probably pull it off the table. What am I looking for if I'm not in it to get in? That swing high, fades the gap, swing high at about 129.45. And I need RT to go above 1. Next one, Soundhound. No. It's hanging out at a beautiful level of support. It is. It's hanging out at a beautiful level of support. John says, Glenn, the triangle with an H showing a high price gets a line drawn horizontally. Is if there is a parameter in VectorVest that we can access at the price high designated with a high in the yellow triangle. Yeah, we can do it. It already is there. The high on every stock, high and low, is brought up, and that is done right down here. See where it says high-low? If I take that off, the high-low goes away. But it's on here, high-low. So as soon as I pull up a graph, it shows me the high and low. All right, it does show me. It does do that automatically. Bought HIG, Glenn. Thanks for the analysis. You got it. Soundhound, though, I think is going to play a role in AI, just not right now. Just not right now. Next one, GTLS. Love that play. Bottom left, top right, undervalued. Bottom left, top right, undervalued. Yeah. What am I looking for before I get it? If I'm not already in it, let's break below above that high. It would fade the gap too. It's starting to fade the gap. I'm looking at 220.18. Yeah, I like that play. GTLS is, and it's a petroleum play. I like it. I like to see me get above that level though. Next stock, ETF. Oof. Yeah, that's all I need to see. Yeah, not until it breaks below that downtrend. Not below it breaks. Sorry, above that downtrend. So I'm not feeling Ethereum right now. Not feeling it right now. I do like that RT went above 1, but man, that's just going down. Relative value, relative safety, CI, nah, not ready yet. Can we access that high triangle for Unisearch? No, I don't know. I can do a high-low search. Let me move this over a little bit. Unisearch, I can do a high-low search. Deltas. Where's my highlight? High-low searches stocks. Right there. How about over the last week? Price high? I can run a search that finds me the stocks that have hit a new high over the last week. There you are. Is that what you're asking for? Who asked me that? John, is that what you're asking for? I can go back any time period, just about any time period I want. Let's just go look at the last 10 days price high. Last 2 trading weeks. Stocks that hit a new price high. There you go. So Axon, ooh, new price high. Is that what you're looking for? Hopefully, is that who asked me that? That was John. Does that make sense to anybody who's looking for high lows on stocks in the database? Yes or no? That should be a question that everybody's just thinking about. Does that make sense? I can go into the software and find the stocks that hit a new high low. All right, nobody's talking to me there. I'm all right because I'm gonna be the one that's gonna keep talking. Ooh, GCT upward move broke through resistance. I like that. NRT went, and it's undervalued. Oh, sick now. I like that stock, and I like that. I've looked at it before because there's my trend line, and evidently I had a level of resistance here at 21.28. I like this play. Nice open bar, good volume, no wick. Nice play. Who gave me GCT? I like this play. Oh, sookie now. That's a nice stock. That's a nice. G Money said, I told you, Glenn. I do like it. I do. And the rising volume, NRT going above 1. Relative value, stocks got good upside. It's more of an aggressive play because RS is below 1. CI is below 1. I like this. I like G Money gave it to me. I like that play. Same thing with ACMR. I didn't have a level. I'm going to put a level of a swing high right here. And it's undervalued right there. Swing high of 1878. It broke above that. No wick at the top. I do like that. GCT under the 200-day moving average. Double bottom on the weekly. Looks good. Sell, put spreads under it too. I like GCT just like I like ACMR. Nicely big bump up in relative timing. Love the volume. This wasn't earnings. Nope, wasn't earnings. But nice. I like ACMR as well in the semiconductor space. And last but not least is Nike. Nike needs to break above that 3-month high. I do like the move higher. All right, the stock is overvalued, so you are paying a premium to own it, right? Nice trending higher off of the low. Do like that volume is pretty okay. I'd like to see it break above that level of 80.89 before I pull the trigger on it. All right, that's it. Whew, we looked at a lot of stocks. We talked about a lot of news. I gave some insights on DeepSeek. A lot of tech stocks today. That's how we roll today. GCT about 50% under the 52-week high. I like to buy them within 15%. That's not bad. It's going to keep flying if not shorted. Listen, I do like GCT. That was a good pick. All right. I'm thirsty. I got to drink some of this watered down Kool-Aid. It's horrible. All right. Again, nice amount of likes today. Enough to pull up 13 stocks. I appreciate it. Are you playing NVIDIA like at all? I'm not. Oh, that's Bill talking to John. I know I'm not in it right now. But when I leave here, again, I'm still working on tomorrow's video. I recorded on Thursdays. So make sure you watch it. Hopefully it's going to answer a lot of questions that came out of the first video because there were a lot of great questions. And hopefully you see your question up there answered. Hopefully. But the only way you're going to know it is if you watch it. And if you like it, make sure you share it because, again, we got to find out if YieldMax ETFs are too good to be true. All right. Glenn, Ramor brought up insurance stocks. That group is moving. Yeah, I got to go. I'm right on time today. Markets are too volatile, not helping my blood pressure. Listen, my blood pressure is just fine. I got my stocks. I'm just fine. Don't let nothing mess up your blood pressure. Nothing. All right. Joey, thank you for being here today, by the way. Joey wasn't feeling good, but he's here today. I'm going to sign out. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all you guys in California, moving from fires to mudslides. Praying for the people who were on the 2 aircrafts that crashed in D.C. My heart goes out to them as well. Always remember, there's good people in the world. If you can't find one, be one. Odabo, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya.